Most managers get developer productivity completely wrong. They hire a senior developer, expect 100% productivity from day one, and blame them when they cannot deliver. After managing over 20 developers and scaling from Upwork freelancing to the agency, I've discovered something interesting. Developers' productivity follows certain rules which, if you understand them, you would never think less of your team. Let me tell you about Sarah, our best developer. She was a top performer in a previous project. What does a top performer mean? She perfectly controlled the expectations. She said she would deliver 10 story points and delivered 10 story points. Sometimes she could deliver 8, sometimes she could deliver 12. But she always manages what is expected. She always tests other teammates' code and code reviews. It's always on time and never block anyone. Then we decided to move her in another project, which was a very big one. So familiarity was at 0 point. Code-based knowledge was absent. As expected, the size of input efforts was increased, but the output dropped 60%. What we discovered: the experience and seniority gave Sarah the ability to get up to speed in 3 months. It's about 6 sprints. What are the common misconceptions? It's just work harder myth. It never works because working harder cannot outpace the need for knowledge and information digestion. Imagine 500 lines of code takes about an hour to completely store it in the memory of a human. For sure, it depends on the code formatting and the language, but still, I would expect from any person at least an hour for 500 lines of code. Another myth is that adding developers will increase the pace of development immediately. In fact, top performance of the team would most probably invest time in the newcomer, so we have to expect that the numbers of deliverables will drop. And what are the industry problems? Managers who have unrealistic expectations would move them on the shoulders of a newcomer and make them feel bad, which drops the overall team morale. However, if we use the basic DPS formula, it's not damage per second, it changes the perception of the manager. So base productivity is B. This is the normal output of a developer which you can take from historical tracking of velocity. For example, from 8 to 14 story points per sprint. To measure it, it has to be introduced, by the way. Familiarity with the product or project, people, rules, policies is from 0.2 to 1 scale. This means how well you know everything. If we imagine an example with the kitchen, it means how well you know where is what. Try to cook pancakes at home with timer, and then check the same recipe in the Airbnb next time. Code knowledge is how well you are aware of how the code is structured and what parts of it is responsible for which features, or utilities, or even tests. You know yourself how significantly it impacts the efficiency of developer. Requirements are everything. This is the most valuable data for the newcomer. If requirements are just empty tickets, you should never expect any results from the developer. Managers must provide clear motivation, description, and acceptance criteria for the task. If the manager is not technical enough, they have to ask for help from the team. That's it, folks. If this video is your kind of thing, make sure to subscribe and follow me on social networks. Links are below. See you soon.